Hey guys.
Hi.
Thanks for watching A Slice of Life today. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to come spend it with us. It's always fun. So today we wanted to do something involving survival guide to theme parks, and just some of our more experienced tips.
As we live here and we worked in the theme parks, Disney and Universal, we have some insider tips that we really want to bring to you guys. So these are our 7 insider tips to how to survive Orlando in the theme parks.
Let's get started. So let's go ahead and start off again, no particular order. So package pickup or package delivery. So at both Disney and Universal, when you go to the theme parks, if you purchase, let's say a giant stuffed animal, and you don't want to carry that around every single ride, have to put it in child swap or stuff it in a locker, whatever it is, when you purchase anything at any store, you can opt to send it to the end of the park or entrance of the park.
Yes.
Basically, whenever you're leaving, there are designated stores at both Universal and Disney theme parks that you can go pick it up at the end of your stay or at the end of your day that you're at the park. So it's a good option.
Yes, especially because like he said, you don't want to carry everything around. You just have to be mindful of a few things, because all the places have a person that's going to go around picking everything up. So don't expect your package to be there an hour after it happens. Usually they're going to give you a time frame like, oh, it's going to be at the entrance around 3 or 4 p.m. because it gives them enough time. It's obviously going to be there before. However, they want to play safe, which is the best. So if you plan to just stay in the park for a couple hours, it might not be the best. But if you're standing the whole day, it's so much better, because you just, at the end, you take all of your pictures, you have fun, and at the end of the day, you pick all of your bags and you go home.
And that's one less thing to worry about.
So the next thing that we wanted to talk actually ties with the package pickup, because it's the hotel reservations and the privileges that come with it. Yes, we know it's more expensive, but if you can't afford it, the theme parks have special privileges if you're staying in the hotels in both Universal and Disney.
The on-site hotels, she means.
Yes. For example, the package pickup can be done to your hotel room if you're staying on property. And the most amazing thing of it is that you have extra hours. Disney call it extra magical hours. Universal doesn't really have a name.
Early admittance.
Yes.
Simple.
Because in specific days, you can go into the parks 1 hour before or stay 1 hour later, linked to your Magic Band or your hotel room for Universal. And that is amazing, because think about it. You get to go to the park earlier than anybody else. It's a limited thing, so the lines are shorter, the park is emptier, so for better pictures, if you can, because we know it's more expensive, we highly, highly recommend.
And Universal has like a little boat that brings you right to the park, or you can, for some of them, you can walk straight from the hotel to the entrance of the park. I mean, it's worth it.
So yeah, the boats are amazing, and they have different transportations. Disney and Universal have the buses and the boats. All those things, not being stuck in traffic, not having to pay for parking, all these things, if you, again, can't afford it, are definitely great perks.
Yeah, just, again, peace of mind. All right, so another thing, and we're sure that everybody watching has figured this out, but bring snacks to the theme park. It's allowed. You're not going to get in trouble for it, but bring some snacks to help tie you over for the next meal. Save some money. That way you're not constantly spending money at the parks. You know, again, we're not trying to take money away from the parks, just trying to help you all out. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And then, so that's snacks, but when it comes to water and drinking, so there are a lot of places at both Disney and Universal where you can just ask for a cup of water. You don't have to spend $5 for a bottle of water that's gonna go like that. It's not, again, it's not all places, so don't think everywhere you go, they're just gonna give you free water. However, there are a lot of places that are like, sure, we can give you a cup of water.
Most quick services and the dining restaurants, not much of the stands, but most restaurants that can give you the cup of soda can give you a cup of water, if that's a good idea. So the only things you cannot bring into the theme parks is glasses and alcohol.
Not these glasses, just physical glasses.
Yes.
And tying on that note, one other thing that we didn't think of before, but I think I like to mention it, getting the souvenir cups is, especially if you're there for more than 1 day, it is actually worth it. The refills, some of these souvenir cups, they're fun to have, and I mean, again, the cheaper refills, it's a good perk. So make sure that the one you pick is worth it, though. We have a Minion one on our kitchen counter, and it's awesome. So make sure you actually like the souvenir cup. Don't get it just for the price decrease. That's enough of that. We have a little bit more to go, so let's go ahead.
So guys, the next thing we really want to talk about is Disney tickets. Like we spoke about before, other items to help you guys save money. This is definitely something you want to be very careful because like we say back in Brazil, it might be a cheat that costs you. Because you're gonna see all these different tents in different stores around Orlando saying tickets for like 30 bucks. Careful, a lot of those are scams. Some of them are gonna be linked to timeshare. And that's really up to you how much your time is worth because they do have discount tickets in case you go to a presentation that sometimes can take the whole morning. It's really up to you. But a lot of those tickets are scams, so do not just go there to save some bucks because how it happens is, let's say somebody bought a Disney ticket for 8 days and they didn't use everything. What they do is they go to these stores and they sell the remaining amount of days. However, why do you think Disney has the fingerprints and everything else? It's a way to identify that ticket. And if you try to use those tickets in the park, they are not gonna let you in. They most likely will not accommodate you because that is fraud. You're not doing it on purpose because I imagine not everybody knows this, but the person that sold you the ticket knows about it. So do not go there just to save some bucks because you're gonna lose a lot of time in guest relations or customer service at Universal. They're not gonna accommodate you. You're not gonna enjoy your day in the park. So be very careful and do a lot of research before you buy any tickets. If they're not coming from Disney or they're authorized people in hotels and stuff, yes, then don't buy it. It's not worth it. You're gonna spend money, you're not gonna see that money back, and you're not gonna enjoy the day in the park.
So tickets are the expensive thing that, again, if you go cheap on, you could lose. But the more inexpensive thing is gifts. And what you do see a lot in Orlando is some of these beautiful stores that were
gift store,
like with like these, like one's a wizard with animals on it. Like a lot of them are on 192, so which we're close to. So we see a lot of that. And there's nothing wrong with those gift stores. It's kind of like off-brand in a way, I guess you could say.
We 10 out of 10 recommend. There's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
It's a great way to save money.
It's not, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, it's not a scam. It's like, if you're gonna get like a keychain, like we talked about this before the video, if you're gonna get like a keychain or a nameplate or like a stuffed animal, it's better to go to these gift stores, or a t-shirt too.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend so much less money. And again, it's no business that you're hurting, and you still get something that's related to that theme park. I mean, you go into Publix's in Florida all the time to get Disney shirts, and you're saving money there. So that's a good option. My personal opinion, where I would say, hey, I want to spend that money, is if, for example, I'm getting a robe at Harry Potter World. Like, I like more of the authenticity, but I can see the appeal of wanting to get something in the theme parks that is worth spending the money on. Things like keychains, t-shirts, trying to help you out here. Listen if you want, don't listen, that's fine. What you got?
Just like he said, it's not about, there are items that you will not find in those stores. The diversity of the products is not as much because of course they have other things that they sell Orlando related that's not theme park related.
Or Florida, like gator this or sandals
gator
that.
Teeth. But little things, especially because we come from big families, and sometimes all of your family members expect for a little gift, which is understandable. So instead of spending $8 on a keychain, you spend $1.50. It's still cute, it's still from Orlando. And you can find, for example, the bees from Harry Potter. You can find these little things that help
dollar
you.
stores too.
Yes. It helps you save some money, so because we all know how expensive it is. But at the same time, there are things in the stores and there are things in the theme parks. You just have to be mindful of what you want to buy where.
What's worth it to you?
So this is one of the questions I get asked the most by a far distance. Actually, no. The best one is, do you still have work for Disney? Can I have free tickets? But the second question after that is, what is the best time of the year to come? Now, besides the holidays where Disney gets insane crazy and so does Universal, there are 2 time frames that I believe are the best to come, but one of them is better for one reason that I'll mention. So there are 2 times is January, February, and then August, September, kind of October. Now, January and February are usually slower unless you're the huge groups of Brazilians coming up that time of the year because it's our summer vacation. But the thing is, and a lot of people don't know that, after the holiday season, because Orlando, of course before COVID, got crazy October, November, December with the holidays, especially in November, December. So during January, a lot of the theme parks close some rides that are very high maintenance to like pretty much freshen up and make sure they're good for the year. So if you come during that time of the year, there is a chance that some of the rides you really want to ride will be closed. So you have to be mindful, the water rides might be closed due to weather, some big high volume rides will be closed for maintenance, so you have to be careful of that time of the year. It is empty, but there's a price to it. Now, August, September, October are in between the summer vacation here and the holiday season. So those time of year are slower and it's a really good opportunity to come. They even have the Food and Wine Festival, for example, at Disney, because it's slow to try to bring people in. No rides are closed because they're getting ready already for the busy season. But the only thing to be mindful is the weather. Because it's coming out from the summer into the fall, you can either get a great breeze or a very hot day. But to me, that's the best time of the year to come because everything is open, it's not super busy, and I highly, highly recommend.
And around that October time frame is Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
It's one of our favorite things.
Yes.
Maybe we'll do a video ranking when, again, COVID's over.
And
we'll do
if
a
we
ranking.
have the houses again,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that would be a lot of fun.
So last thing related to this topic of the times to come. If you're coming, be aware, especially going to Disney, if there are any marathons happening, because they close part of the world for the runners, and the runners usually get a ticket, so they go to the parks after it, so it gets really, really crowded. So be mindful, maybe the marathon days, go to Universal.
So the last, and we both felt like it was probably
Yes.
the most important tip of all of this, is
Plan it.
Plan ahead. So, and of course, some of you watching are like, duh, of course we're gonna plan. Like we've got our vacation planned months, a year in advance. Not talking about that, but it's good you're doing that. My main thing that I'm talking about is when you take a look at the park map, when you're planning your vacation, have a game plan of where you're gonna go once you get into there. We have the luxury, it's in our backyard, so we can just say, hey, we're gonna go and we're gonna do whatever the heck we want today. But for those of you, especially coming out of state, out of town,
Out of country.
putting a lot of time investing
Yes.
into this theme park, you want to know the game plan of, hey, we're going to start here, we're going to end here. It helps so you're not going back and forth and wasting precious minutes, hours of your day.
And making you exhausted.
That's also true.
Yes.
So you just really also look into times of some of the shows and parades, because sometimes they can change your route
Yes.
and reroute the guests that have to walk, so you have to walk around it. So just plan
you can't
accordingly
cross
there.
it.
Yeah, they won't let you cross them. So I don't just mean route your day according to the map. I also mean what's the most important thing to you when planning your trip. Whether, again, you're planning a week, a month, a year, whatever in advance. Why are you coming to the parks? Let's say for Universal, it's, I want to go see Harry Potter in both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. That is why I'm coming. I want to make sure. For Disney, I want the Banshee ride at Avatar,
And the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, like what are the main things that you want to go to the parks for, and what are your backups? Because things happen, life happens. The rides may go down, and it's not the park's fault, it's not anybody else's fault, but that is your vacation. So you may have that happen on your vacation, and it's unfortunate, and the parks do a great job at trying to remedy those situations.
Guest relations and customer service to the win. If you're rude to them, you are mean, because you have no idea what they see every day. So
That's
be kind to your cast members and your team members, always.
I was in attractions. I rarely, if ever, had anybody. Rarely for me, at least. I had.
Bless you.
I know. I got lucky. Rarely anybody was ever rude to me. I think it was like 2, and again, ride was down or we're closing the park. It's not my fault, but
Yes.
people are gonna be mad for whatever reason. But anyway.
Anyways. It
So-
sometimes is guest fault, because so many times the ride closes because somebody tried to get out of the train, somebody dropped something in the tracks.
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea how many times, like I've seen the Haunted Mansion close because a guy jumped over to try to walk around the house.
Like, oh,
So-
this seems fun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shut down an entire ride, evacuate it, just because I wanna walk around. So it's like you said, it's nobody's fault, the park, because Sometimes it's technical, sometimes it's customers, the guests that do something. So just try to do that and understand that yes, that is your dream, but at the same time, the cast member that's there is out of their control. So what is your plan B? What do you want to do? And try to get that done and enjoy your day. At the end of the day, it's all we can do.
Again, we come from the theme park side and we live here side. So we're on your side and we're on their side because we know both sides of the coin. You know, we want everybody watching this to have a great time at the parks. You know, we loved our time working at the parks and we loved making those magical moments or best guest experiences.
Maybe we tell that later, our favorite ones, because I know mine for sure.
I have a couple of good ones, but anyway, that's a story for another day. But no, I mean, from working at the parks, it was great to make the guest day and have a great time. And then, of course, living here and wanting friends and family and those we don't know watching this video to come on by and just make you prepared to, you know, not get so upset about the parks when things don't happen, and just make sure you have a backup plan because, again, how many times can I say things happen? COVID's a perfect example. Life happens.
That's it, guys.
I think that's it.
Yes.
At least some things.
We just try, like he said, we've been in both sides of the coin. We live here, so we have a lot of experience. We wanted to give you more than put comfortable shoes on. We wanted to give you something that really helps, and if we didn't live here and work there, we wouldn't know. So spread around, because trust me, if that helps you, that might help other people, and it helps us. So tell people, because trust me, the theme parks are amazing and a one-time-in-a-life experience to some people. Some people like us is every weekend if we want to. But let's share the magic, guys.
Share the magic, that's a good one. But, and again, it doesn't stop there. Like she's saying, share it with your friends, and not just the video, but like these questions. But, you know, put a comment in the comment section below. You know, what are some questions that maybe we didn't address, or if you want us to go in further depth, we'd be happy to answer those questions in the comments. So just let us know.
Or if you know something that we didn't bring it up,
there you go.
Put it down below. Help your friends.
We don't have the answer to everything. So
no, we don't. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, watch our videos, let us know what you want to watch. The next ones, who knows, maybe we'll do it.
Yeah, we have some fun things through the pipeline. So thanks again for taking a slice of life with us, guys. See you next time.
Bye.